everybody. I'm Tom.
And I'm Camilla.
And today we're taking a look at a game called Sanibel. Sanibel is a game based on an island that is 30 to 40 minutes from the studio here.
Fantastic beach.
There's actually like 8 beaches there, and they're all wonderful. They're known for seashells. Yes. I have gone there to collect seashells myself. It's a really neat place. It's very nicely taken care of. And Elizabeth Hargrave, the designer of this, also did Wingspan. Mm-hmm. She also went there as a child and collected shells, and so she wanted to make this game, I think, for her dad. Something that to make these, to go out and collect shells. And that's what this is. You're walking on the beach collecting shells. It takes out the part where you are trying to get there earlier than everyone else and grab the first shells, or does it? It is that way a little bit. Here's how it plays. In this game, you're going to start with some tiles that are randomly drawn from a bag. There's 2 types of tiles. Hexagon tiles and diamond tiles, and they are drawn from 2 different bags. Players are placed here on the board showing their starting positions, and depending where you start, you'll get some diamond tiles that you'll place in your bag. This is a board. It's also a bag. A little confusing, but as you put shells in your bag, whenever you put shells in your bag, they will come and you put them on the bottom. Think of Tetris of some sort, but you can put them next to another one, although if later on I put a shell here, then I'm not going to be able to put any more shells here because I blocked that space off. There's also a few small triangle spaces on the board, and when those are completely surrounded, then you will get to pick one of these small triangle pieces and put it in there. Now, how do you get these shells? Well, whoever's farthest back, it's always their turn, and they can go as far as they want. Wherever they land, they're going to look at the number of the footprint that they land on, and they'll take that many shells from the area they're in. There's the snail. If you take that, you can take any shell you want from another section. Then the next farthest person goes. Then the next farthest person. Then the next farthest person. And we keep doing that, so you might get a couple turns in a row. When everyone passes this wave piece, the wave moves to the next section, and more tiles are placed in each section, depending on the number of players. So here, for example, if a 4-player game, 2 more hexagon tiles will be washed up on the beach by the wave. And this is going to continue. When you get to the very end over here, this is basically halfway, you have to stop in these spots. And at the beginning of the game, each player has 2 of these wavy pieces here. And you're going to get to place one of them, or maybe both, depending where you stop, into your bag. And they're just going to score you extra points at the end of the game. Then players will come all the way back, doing the same thing on the path down here at the bottom. And when everyone has gotten here to the beach towards the end, you'll score your boards. When scoring, the purple tiles, there's a sand dollar and a starfish there, they each you get 1 point for each unique one you have that doesn't share an edge with another purple tile. The bivalves, the blue ones here, you get 1 point for each of those that matches another. So I don't really get any points for these, but hey, if I had a Venus clam here, now I got 2 Venus clams. Snails, the orange ones, you get 1 point for each unique one that's in your largest connected group, which I'm also not doing a very good job of here. Then the serifs, you just get as many points based on how many in the bag. So I have 4 in the bag, I get no points. But if I had 30 in the bag, I would get 27 points. That would kind of fill the whole thing up. But let's say I had 10, I would get 7 points. Then these little red ones here, you're going to get a point for each one of these, each pair that's separate. So you'll need to have pairs of them all over the place. And shark teeth, you're going to score 1 point for each pair of shark teeth that are in your largest group. And then, of course, your little curvy piece here, this one gives 1 point for each shark tooth adjacent to this. So that gives an extra 3 points. And whoever has the most points is the winner. The game also comes with some pages that tell you about all the different shells. And that's how you play. This game has he's not around to yell at me, the ratchet mechanism.
Oh, yes. Can we hear him?
But it's in Tokaido and other games where you can go as far as you want. You're really not going to go too far.
You're not. I think the only time I was really incentivized to do a big jump is to get to that wave in the middle. So if you know you're set up to score both of your personal objectives, you might push it forward a little bit.
But more so that if you're going first and you're usually taking the best spot, three or 4 or whatever you're grabbing, but then you're going to go last. So you might say, I don't want to go that far.
Yeah.
I'll go less far because there's nothing here I want. There's more I want in the next one.
Right, for sure.
The game looks cool. This is a production from Avalon Hill, and it is not particularly, I wouldn't call this a deluxe production in any way, but I think it's very functional for the amount of money. This is not an inexpensive, I mean, it is an inexpensive game.
It feels deluxe for, I think, the box size, for the price point, for all that kind of stuff. It feels deluxe in that it comes with a very nice bag, a nice 3D lighthouse, which is also a feature at Sanibel, or at Sanibel's that's known for its lighthouse there. So it has a really good deluxe feel without being deluxe.
And I like the different shell. I think the art in this game is really well done.
It's fantastic.
The scoring in this game is, I mean, there's two things. The one is how far you go. That's not anything particularly new. The scoring in this game, there's a lot of different scorings, but one thing I noticed, and this you may love it or not, it's slight.
Yes.
You're getting fewer points than you think. Like this one's 1 point for everyone that's in the same, your biggest group, but the same type. I'm like, okay, so 4 or 5 points?
Right.
You don't get it. Even shark teeth, you're like, get lots of it. It's 1 point for every 2. And you have 10 shark teeth and you're like, 5 points.
I do think that the first play of this game, scoring is going to be a little bit of a shock with, oh, that wasn't as impactful as I thought it was. The shark teeth, for example, or, getting the variety of seashells, something like that. I think that first game is kind of a learning game of how the scoring matters.
The lighthouse tiles actually matter more than anything else. Mm-hmm. You need to know what they are because your points will be pretty close to everyone else's, but if you can maximize your special scoring tiles, you have 2, you might be able to get both out, but you're probably only going to put 1 out.
And even then, only one person gets 2 out because there's only one spot for that, right?
So that's kind of interesting. I think the way the shells fall in is nice. It's intuitive. They fall to the bottom, and you are carefully placing shells in a bag.
Yes.
You don't want to break them, but it's not super Tetris-y. Like, if I can get in there any means I can put it in. I don't have to say, does this fit in?
Right. It's almost freeing, right? It's like as long as there's a line to get down there, you can put it down there. It feels pretty loose, on how they Tetris their way down. And I think that was a good move, just to leave that little bit of space open.
The only thing I don't love about the game, I don't love the snails because they're so obvious to take. The snail is the one where you take it, and then you can take any tile on the board.
I think it's a crab, right? Is it a crab?
I don't remember what
anyway,
it is
okay,
exactly.
whatever. Okay, I just want to make sure I was thinking the right thing.
It's the one where you take it, and then you can take any shell on the board. Mm-hmm. Why would you never take it? You always take it first. It doesn't offer any kind of reason to not take it, so it's a little lucky. But I take it. Even if there's the shell I want there, I'll take it because I'll look and see where another player is and take their shell that they might want.
I do think the really good design choice in that is that you can't, when you take that crab or snail, whichever it is, when you take that,
looking it up,
you can't. Yeah, I really hope I'm right. Then you can't take from the place where you take. I like that because it's not just decimating that one space specifically.
Oh, there is snails in the game, but they're one of the different ways to score. So
okay, that's the scoring.
I was slightly wrong. Sand crab. Camilla was right.
What?
One time. Hey, since I opened the box, I do want to say also, big fan of these comes with these little field guides which tell you how everything scores in a very easy to understand, and you got one for every player. Fantastic.
Wonderful. And very needed,
note,
too.
all publishers.
Yes, and very needed, because I think that is kind of my biggest slight of the game, is I do feel like scoring kind of changes the tone of the game. You're playing, it's nice, it's approachable, it's a fun time playing, and then you get to scoring and it's like a screech to a halt. I think that the scoring feels a little bit like its own little game, figuring out how everything does and calculating through your board, and just tonally kind of changes the game and halts gameplay. So it is appreciated that you do have that scoring chart and ways to score that you can reference as you're playing, just to kind of alleviate that a little bit.
Overall, this is a very approachable game. I'm not sure. Some gamers, if you're like a gamer, I think you're going to think this is too light. And for some people, I don't mind, because for me, it's kind of a breath of fresh air. It's something light. But this is also a game that they should sell at Target.
Yes, this is a heavy welcoming game, I would say. Family weight, heavy welcoming.
Because the only thing that's really tricky is the scoring.
Right.
The idea of moving forward, once you get that concept, is really fun.
Right, I agree.
And passing the wave tile and putting out new ones, it keeps the game flowing. Not trying to be punny. But I think the theme is everyone likes the idea. Even if you don't collect seashells, you probably did at one point.
Yeah.
Or at least you went to a beach with the intention to find seashells.
Or you've been to an Airbnb, and I always have that shell envy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And so
I like this a lot. What would you give it?
I'm going to come down to a 7.5. I do enjoy this game. I find it to be very pleasing to play. Ultimately, like I said, I do find a disconnect in the scoring. It's one that I would happily play as a second or third game that I showed people, but I'm not necessarily opening up family game night with this, or taking it home for Christmas. But I do find it to be approachable enough for that little bit of step up. And ultimately, I think that it is a very pleasing experience. And I love the art direction that they went here. Just on a note with that, they actually got a beach landscape artist. So it's not a board game artist in order to illustrate this. They found someone that specializes in this, and I think it absolutely shows. This is a game that I think would do well sitting in an Airbnb or something like that. So for me, it's a 7.5.
This looks just like Sanibel, with the exception of these big, beautiful shells are not sitting there. Someone already grabbed them.
Yep.
But I like this. I'm also giving it a 7.5. I think it's very enjoyable. I think it's a game that should be sold, I would say, in all beach stores, but I don't think other beaches are going to want to advertise a different beach.
Oh, that's right. It's like,
it's Sanibel. They have a big sticker. Or other beaches. But I think this is a great game for people who don't play a lot of board games. I also think if you like things like Tokaido and stuff like that, you're going to enjoy this. And it's not, I don't like to use the word cozy, because that's overused. But it is more of a relaxing game. Yes, I wanted to grab those shells before you do, and you might find yourself battling someone for the most shark teeth or the most whatever. But for the most part, it feels like you're collecting shells, and I think that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. So there you go, folks. That's Sanibel. I'm Tom.
I'm Camilla.
We'll see you at the beach.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.